Hey there, what's up everyone on YouTube? I'm not sure if you can tell, but my voice, it's doing better today, but yesterday it wasn't doing good at all. It's either allergies or either something I inhaled at work, and I didn't inhale it on purpose. It was like I was just breathing normally, and it got in me. But anyway, here's this one thing I really think needs to be addressed. So at least some of you, but I know a lot of people, and I'm guessing especially people who are neurodivergent or have some type of disability. I'm guessing especially them. We're all told stuff like, that happened a long time ago. Leave in the past. You have to let it go. And I just want to address how I feel on that. So, first off, let's say this. If you're like 17 years old and you're still mad at a Taco Bell worker for forgetting your burrito, yeah, if you're 17 and you're still mad at Taco Bell worker for forgetting your burrito when you were like 10 years old, then that's that's definitely something that could be let go. Like, or anything else similar. Like, just there's certain things that we definitely should let go and leave in the past, but I'm gonna talk about some things that make it really hard to let go, and like pretty much impossible to let go. Like if you were bullied, if you were abused, or neglected, or like rejected, anything like that. I totally understand why it's hard to let go of things like that. I totally understand. Like, the thing about people with neurodivergent brains in their head is, like, they endure that stuff their whole life. And like they never change. Like, they're never gonna be able to stop doing the things they do because of the way their brain works. I'm trying to figure out what else I should say about it. Here's the two things that make it hard to let go. They'll never stop doing the things they did that they were bullied or abused for. Their brain will continue acting up, and there's not really much they can do to make it stop happening. And two, the past repeats itself all the time for people with neurodivergent brains, and it makes it really hard to let go and leave in the past because of that. And one other thing I want to bring up, like someone with a neurodivergent brain, when someone bullies or abuses them, most of the things they were bullied or abused about, they'll never be able to stop doing those things. They'll have those things their whole life, so they'll keep being bullied and abused about it. So like, there's not really anything to let go of. Like that's how I felt. That's how I feel about it. Cause like most of my life, my brain ran like crap. Didn't work very well, and people treated me badly because of it. But there was a point in my life where, at least most of the time, I was feeling pretty good, pretty happy, and I felt pretty confident about who I am. I remember during those times, I let a lot of the stuff other people did to me go. Then somewhere along the lines, my brain stopped working so well, and just certain things started happening again. And it made it hard for me to let go again. So you get my point here? I just thought that needed to be addressed. And here's one other thing I thought I'd bring up. I started doing therapy on BetterHelp today. I started doing therapy, and I had my first appointment with my therapist. And I don't know how she found out, but she diagnosed me with PTSD. So probably one other thing I'll probably do like a lot of research on PTSD and make videos talking about what it's like, and like talking about things from my experience with being diagnosed with PTSD. And I feel like I really feel like this therapist will help me. She told me about this one type of therapy. I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to help people with PTSD feel way more calm, way more peaceful and like happy, instead of feeling on edge all the time. She told me about some type of program like that, but I forget what it's called. But I really do have a feeling she'll help me get through what I've been through and overcome certain things I deal with. And one other thing I thought I'd say, I noticed that a lot of people with PTSD, they have emotional outbursts all the time. Like me, I definitely have a problem with outbursts, like at work, maybe at home if something certain happens. And if any of you follow me on TikTok, I know you've seen my outbursts on there a couple times. And I could see why people with PTSD would have outbursts like that. Like just the trauma they've been through, like what people did to them, like if someone emotionally abused them all the time and physically abused them sometimes. And like I could see why they'd have outbursts. Like one of the main things that trigger my outburst is when someone mouths off to me, or like treats me like crap because my brain acted up, or I talk about something certain, like some way I feel about life, and then someone starts being ignorant and arrogant about it. Those are the main things that trigger my outbursts. And then I know one other thing about people with PTSD is they have nightmares a lot. Like one thing that happens to me sometimes is something certain will happen in my dream. Like one time I had this dream that someone questioned me, "Why are you doing that? Do you think that'll make it any better?" And I remember in the dream I was joking around. I was like, "Yeah, it will." Then that person punched me in the face and started yelling at me. And I remember in the dream I started feeling really emotional. And I started crying in my sleep. I think I woke up right after and felt tears on my face. And then another time I was having this dream where I was addressing something someone did to me that bothered me, and the person I was telling started getting really mad at me, like raising his voice and making me the problem. And I remember in the dream I felt myself breathing really hard, and then I woke up right after, and I was breathing really hard. I was breathing something like this. But yeah, those are a couple things about PTSD I've noticed. And like I said, I'll do research on it. I talk about some more. I talk about some more things I go through and deal with because of PTSD. So, I hope you guys like this video. I hope for some of you it gave you some perspective and made you start thinking about certain things differently. And to all my subscribers right now, thank you so much for being by my side, and thank you for all the support. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you're new, please subscribe if you like this type of content. Or even if you've never really been into content like this, and the content I make gives you perspective and opens your eyes or whatnot, please subscribe also. And oh yeah, if any of you have any questions for me, please ask me in the comments or reach out whatever way you can. I'll make a video doing my best to answer them. And one other thing I thought I should address, if any of you have ever asked me a question and I never made a video answering it, I'm sorry. I probably either wasn't able to read the comment, I either didn't get a chance to read it, or maybe it didn't click into my brain to make a video. But if I ever see it, I'll make sure I make a video answering your question. Anyway, have a good one. Later.